Hey, it's Cat at Cattails TV. The sun's out. Yay. Anyway, I'm going to probably show you some of the beach a little bit later, but I wanted to talk to you about narcissists. Psychopathic narcissists. Because, all of us have a little narcissism in us, especially me. But when they take it to another level of just being a psychopath, as in not caring about anybody else's feelings, using people, bragging about using people, abusing people, then they become psychopathic narcissists. And some other things. But let's just talk about that, because that has to do with the Tory Lanez case, as well as a lot of our relationships, who we're involved with, what kind of people they are. And I was talking to some people today about the Tory Lanez case. They didn't know anything about it. Like most people, most regular people are just going on with their lives. All they heard was Megan was shot. But they didn't hear about the facts of the case. That's why I keep telling you that if you are a person that respects justice and wants justice to be served, you keep talking about this case and you keep talking about facts. It's hard talking to different types of people sometimes, because some of the fans of Tory Lanez, of course, they believe he's innocent. What they do not understand is people who do not know Tory Lanez don't know he's innocent. And because Megan Thee Stallion's team, aka Rock Nation, her Alex Spiro, her lawyer, as well as her relationship, or let's say their relationship with companies like TMZ and some of the bigger blogs and bigger companies like BET and all that stuff, they're going to promote the most powerful, which is Rock Nation. They're not necessarily going to report the truth because they have a business relationship that's more important, making money, than the truth is. But for regular people like myself, I actually do care about honesty and journalism and investigative reporting. But let's get back to narcissism, psychopathic narcissism. And you can kind of see that with what's going on with Twitter right now. You can't even look on Twitter unless you are signed in, which reminds me of Megan Cundiff when she stopped letting people look at her Twitter feed because she knew she was full of shit. But, I think Elon Musk has a lot of psychopathic narcissism, but I could be totally wrong. But he's got like 11 kids from like 4 or 5 women. There's one on the way. I don't know if it's 11 now or 10, to be honest with you, but one is on the way. But Elon thinks he's just the greatest thing since sliced bread, even if he destroys Twitter, even if he fires everybody, even if he thinks AI is the way to go. To me, that's narcissism, because I believe people need to have a life worth living, and they need to either create or work or do things that gives them a sense of pride and value. And when you take away jobs from people and you say, oh, let AI do it, we don't need them, it kind of hurts people's spirit. But also, I want to say to you people, what do you think Americans should be doing? You think they should just be sitting in front of a television, vegging out, having their mind programmed, instead of going to the beach or doing a profession they love? I don't understand these AI freaks that just think, oh, everything should be done by AI, or we should always have cheap merchandise from China and have slave labor. We don't care as long as we get what we want. I feel like it's destroying America, which goes back to psychopathic narcissism. So recently I did a video about a guy who is a personal trainer who was acting kind of weird. And so what I ended up doing, I erased his phone number. I'm so proud of myself. I'm going to start erasing more numbers. But when people show you who they are, believe them. They're not going to change. And I think, because I was having a discussion with a new friend about some of the games he used to play when he was younger. Let me tell you something this guy told me. He said back in the day, he used to give women a fake name. So, him and his buddies, he was a breakdancer. Him and his buddies used to go to clubs, and try to get laid, you know what I mean? So they would tell women fake names. And then I said to him, I heard that Jay-Z did the same thing to a woman who ended up having his son. And I don't know if you guys know the story, but the story goes that Jay-Z, he used another name. I don't know what name he used, but this young lady met the future Jay-Z at a party. And, they had fun and made whatever. But they used protection. But unfortunately, the condom broke. Months later, she's watching like MTV Raps and she sees Jay-Z and she realized that's Jay-Z. That's the guy she slept with. So it becomes an issue because she was actually underage. So fast forward 30 years later, because unfortunately that lady died of like a disease of cancer or something. But her son has been trying for so many years to get a DNA test from Jay-Z. And now it's supposedly at the Supreme Court. The way things are going, the way the Supreme Court is run by a bunch of people who have overturned Roe v. Wade as well as affirmative action. And I feel like they're pay to play, some of them, like Clarence Thomas and that guy that used to drink. But I don't think the guy is going to get a DNA test from Jay-Z, unfortunately, because Jay-Z's just bought a $200 million house, and he's extremely powerful. And also connected to that Jay-Z thing is Megan Thee Stallion, because she's with Rock Nation. And Tory Lanez wanted to have a life of making his own music without being beholden to a manager or a record company. And look where he's at. And of course, if you don't know, Megan Thee Stallion's with Rock Nation. Getting back to psychopathic narcissism. So people who don't care about other people who brag about being a savage, and they don't give a fuck if they fuck their best friend's lovers multiple times, and they don't care if they lie and get someone thrown in prison, I would call them a psychopathic narcissist. Take it or leave it, allegedly. But getting back to my life is that when men start showing you, or whoever you're involved with, but in regards to dating, whatever, I shouldn't even say dating, just doing business. If they're not respecting you, if they're not listening to you, if they're just being argumentative, mainly out of, you'll see it. It's insecurity. When they're insecure, you don't have to do business with them. If, you don't have to waste your time trying to change them, because they're not going to change. And my time is too valuable to be fucking around with people who don't get it. I'm an artist. I don't got time to make excuses or make a guy's ego feel like he's being breastfed if he's not on my level. I'm not fucking around. But a lot of people, I don't know, there's a lot of just weak ass men that just don't have any respect for themselves. So they don't have respect for a good woman. But I don't want to be around them. I don't have time for them. I'm not going to sleep with them. I'm not even going to do business with them. I'm not going to photograph them. Fuck them, to be honest. But yeah, you have to start learning how to respect yourself. And one thing I've noticed, especially with I told you, well, some of you know the story, but I knew a guy for a very long time, and he and I used to work out together. And we had feelings for each other, I guess, but I wasn't about to make a move. I didn't know if we were really friends or if we were more, and I was curious, and I kept trying to get to the bottom of it. But anyway, he did not tell me the truth that he was involved in a relationship. But it turns out the dude was a psychopathic narcissist because he didn't care about the people that he hurt. He just wanted to do what he wanted to do. But what I've learned and this has been extremely hard. When I told him I didn't want anything to do with him, I haven't spoken to him, I almost think it's a year now, I don't know. But he tries to like be around the area that I'm in and stuff like that, and I ignore him. You know why? Because he's a psychopathic narcissist, and he's not capable of actually caring about someone else. And I am too valuable to put up with that bullshit. Do you hear what I'm saying? So, I hope you out there, if you meet someone who's not available emotionally, or he doesn't seem to grasp other people's feelings and doesn't care about other people's feelings, and it's just all about them, and like will do weird things like take your phone and like want to use your phone to time them doing exercises, get rid of them. Because now it's easy to sit there and go, what the fuck was that? Because I'm not used to it. Sometimes I let people be who they are, whatever. I'm not really thinking like they're doing something necessarily bad. But when you look back at it, you realize, holy shit, what the fuck did I just get into? I am sure Tory Lanez, multiple times during his interaction with Megan Thee Stallion, was thinking to himself, what the fuck am I doing? Who is this person? It's so sad. It's so tragic. You know what I'm saying? So you have to listen to your instinct. If you get that instinct telling you to run, baby, run. You gotta be listening to what your insides are saying. All right. So I'm gonna talk to you guys later. I guess I'm not actually gonna show you the video, the beach right now. I'll show you in another video. All right. This is Kat at Cattails TV. Take care of yourself, respect yourself, and be wary of what you're listening to. If you're listening to television and movies and music that sit there and calls people bitch and hoe, and I don't give a fuck about this person, I don't give a fuck about that person, blah, 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 blah. Is that really what you want in your life? Or do you want to be someone who's attracting really great people with, high vibrations and encourage you to soar, and you encourage them to soar, and you guys have a great time together, and you guys respect, love, and honor each other? Those are the kind of people I want to be around with. I ain't got time for this bullshit. But keep Tory Lanez in your heart and your prayers. Miracles can happen. Miracles happen every day. It's an abundant universe. There has to be a reason for the road that he's on right now. And, those psychopathic narcissists, what they hate the worst is not giving them attention. Remember that. All right. Talk to you guys later. Watch my other videos. Take care. This is Kat at Cattails TV. Bye.